It is through the stabbing, the nails, the suffering, that God turned the lack of faith into faith. As we say in our prayers, our ingenious prayers in our church today, this is wild. How wonderful is this doubt of Thomas? How wonderful! How could doubt be wonderful? Only through God, because it brought the hearts of believers to the knowledge of God. Oh, marvelous wonder, the lack of faith gave birth to a certainty of faith. For Thomas said, unless I see, I will not believe. Therefore he touched her side. Acknowledge you are the incarnate Son of God, and knew that you are truly suffered in the flesh. And thus he proclaimed resurrection from the dead by saying, my Lord and my God. Thomas was allowed to doubt. Jesus brought to the apostles, to Thomas, not something beautiful, wonderful, and nice. Look at me. He brought the blood and the pain and the wounds. And when Thomas touched that, he proclaimed the one phrase that the entire Bible exists for you and I to say. My Lord and my God. Meaning, my Lord, I acknowledge you're human. You are our master on earth. But you are also our God. You are God incarnate. You came into our body, our flesh, that real. So real, you still have the wounds, and I could touch them because I could touch that real body. I could believe. That precious body, I could believe. As God did with Thomas, he will do now, because he is doing it. He is exposing who believes and who does not. Just before the COVID, we had the revelation that 70% of Catholics don't believe in the real presence of Christ. Thomas didn't believe either. How did they come to believe? How are we coming to believe? Well, it's either or now, isn't it? Either we're all in this and we'll believe courageously. We'll believe. You will believe me standing in front of you that this is not a cup of poison. That I can put this one spoon in my mouth, that this all been in your filthy mouth, and still live. And be healthy. God is taking the doubt and the sacrilege and the banalization of the sacraments. He's taking that now and calling us to faith. Because now we're being exposed. What do we really believe? Do we really believe this? What if I told you next week that's one spoon? How many of you would come to communion? When will we ever be safe? Tell me. Ever. Can we ever go back to one spoon? Who will declare that it's safe? Who? Will we believe it? I think we will forever feel unsafe. That's my bet. And I, as a priest, will have to endure that. What they all once believed and thought nothing of, they no longer believe. They will always feel frightened. Their health always risked. The last beautiful words were prayer. We see you, O King of all, not with these earthly eyes, but with hearts aflame with desire. We believe in you, our God. Can we say that? Can we really say that? Can we really believe in this? I bring to the nursing home life-giving sacraments, but I'm not allowed. Because they're not life-giving. It's not really the body of Christ. Just something you do to endanger somebody's health, so you compromise it according to our instructions. Well, let me tell you something. I will see that woman in nursing home. I will get her the sacraments. I will do it. I will not follow what they ask of me. I will not perform sacrilege or compromise the sacraments. So by God, I will get those sacraments to her and to anyone else. One of the bishops of our church in Europe, you know what he did? You know what he did? This is the ilk I come from, people. That's why I talk the way I do. You know what ilk I come from? A bishop would dress up black at night, put on dark clothes. He would hide in the woods because of their communist oppression, like we're getting to now. Any priest that was caught during the sacraments would have been captured and killed. As a bishop, he would hide in the woods, and he would come to people's homes in the middle of the night. One woman had a baby, and you heard about it. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. Here comes this black figure out of the woods. He knocks on her window, and she opens up, and she's scared. She goes, the bishop says, "Hey, I heard you have a baby. I'm going to baptize it." Then he would escape into the woods. The communists would chase him. He went to another house, did the same thing. They would chase him. They kept chasing him. He kept looting. It was like Robin Hood. He kept looting them. It was a true story. Our church, this together church, those who are visitors are new, this came from Central Europe. And this is what happened in my lifetime. This is not some gifted thing on the top off. This is in my lifetime with my relatives. Again, touch me. Am I a mirage? Am I a ghost? Am I telling a lie? I'm giving you testimony from my family. This is what this bishop did. And he would not stop bringing the sacraments to his people. And the KGB and the communists couldn't catch him. And finally they did. And they shot him in the head at a train station. But he died on the altar of the integrity of the priesthood and the episcopacy of the sacraments. He should have hid, shouldn't he? Would have been safer. That's where I come from. That's where this church comes from. And that's where Thomas eventually came from. He looked at that body of Christ and he believed it was God. The question is, do we really believe it? Christ is a liturgy